A very good afternoon. Thank you for joining this lesson. You have received a link to this lesson because you are part of our class today, and you are watching this video as a recorded instance. Please make sure that you go through this lesson in full so that you are able to then complete the required task at the end of the lesson. My name is Matapelo Tipe, and I am going to be your facilitator for the day. Right, let's go through some occupational health and safety guidelines. We have noted that all the participants who are joining have indicated their medical conditions. However, because they are joining from home, we are assuming that the learning environment will be conducive. And in the event that you are struggling to carry on with the learning because of a medical condition, please do notify me, the facilitator, so that we talk through when you can be able to complete the lesson. Should you experience power failure due to load shedding or anything like that at home, please make sure that you communicate with us as soon as you get the opportunity to do so. Right, let's look at today's lesson objectives. In this lesson, we'll go through why we are brands as human beings. We'll also look at some common brand names and learn about their vision and their mission. We'll talk through challenges that misinform our brands. Then we'll learn how good brands are built. Then lastly, we'll reflect on ourselves as brands. Let's take a moment and watch a video, and then whilst you watch this video, take note of one quotation that resonates with you. Right, I hope you had the opportunity to look at all the quotations, and that you'll get the opportunity to actually select one, and just select one that resonates with you. Feel free to watch this at leisure. You don't have to follow the video as I play it, but when you find a moment, you can replay the presentation at leisure and just select one that resonates with you. Right, let's look at some of our most common brands and have a look at their mission and their vision. The first one that we have up is the vision for Coca-Cola, and their vision is to craft the brand and choice of drinks that people love, to refresh them in body and in spirit, and done in ways that create a more sustainable business and better shared future that makes a difference in people's lives, communities, and our planet. So you'll see that with their vision is quite clear. There is no doubt. Let's have a look at their mission. Their mission is to refresh the world, to inspire moments of optimism and happiness, to create value and make a difference. So with their mission as well, they are very clear that they are about refreshing the world, and in their vision they are crafting a brand that will serve communities and is safe for the planet. Let's have a look at McDonald's. Their vision is to move with velocity to drive profitability growth and become an even better McDonald's, serving more customers delicious food on a daily basis. So you realize that their mission is to make sure that they serve the best food whilst making profit. And their mission is to be their customers' favorite place and way to eat. So it's also about the environment that they create within all their stores, with inspired people who delight each customer with unmatched quality, service, cleanliness, and value every time. So they don't beat around the bush around what they're trying to achieve. And you see that it's their visions and their mission are very clear for both the companies. Without a doubt, they know exactly where they're heading. What you note from both companies is that it's as if they're looking through clear lenses, and that their path is very clear and uninterrupted by things that may be happening around them. And some of the things that may be happening around them may be the competition from other brands that are selling similar goods. It could be COVID, as we experience. People don't necessarily have money to eat out or buy a fancy drink, but because they have drive and they have missions and have a vision, their goals are quite clear. If you look into the spectacles, the goal is much clearer than when you're looking around what is happening. So that's exactly what they do, and that's exactly what the point of having a vision and a mission is. It's that in the midst of all the other obstacles that surround, if you focused on your vision and your mission, it is likely that one is able to achieve their goals. What is it that you need to build a good brand? You will see that even with both companies, they spend quite a lot of time working behind the scenes, trying to understand what their customers are like and how they can better serve their customers. And you'll see that ever so often you'll get a request from McDonald's when you visited them, that you please complete a survey, or they'll ask you, did you enjoy your meal? So they look at how their customers interact with their establishments, and they make sure that whatever it is that they're putting to build the environment that we want to see, this all happens behind the scenes, and only 50% of what they are seeking to achieve is visibly seen by the public. So it's important when you're looking to build your brand as well as a person, that you invest a lot of time behind the scenes, focusing on things that will build you. What are some of those things? You learn, you read good books and articles, you follow good podcasts that informs the vision that you're driving towards. You try as far as possible to engage with people who are in line with the places that you see yourself in. You also make sure that you follow on social media people that will influence you influence you and your vision and your mission. And what will happen in turn is that how you write and what you share in the public space will be seen as status updates, blogs and blog comments. Those are the things that are seen in public, but people would not necessarily know that these items that sit here are mainly informed by the things that you're doing behind the scene. So we're just encouraging you to make sure that the time that you spend when everybody else is not watching or you is not in public sight is time that's spent on things that will build you and drive you towards achieving your mission and your vision. Right, so now that we've gone through our vision and our missions, and we have a better understanding of why different organizations have visions and missions, we have a little activity for you to complete. What you need to do is you need to follow this URL here at the bottom, and once you've followed the URL, you need to now go through the presentation again at your own time and just make sure that you understand what the content was. And after that, you just start a blog post and reflect on what you have learned. Once you have reflected, you then share the quote that you selected at the beginning of the video that we watched, and you just share it at the bottom. And then what you do once you've completed this blog is that you then share a link of the blog to the WhatsApp group that's included as part of your work pack. That WhatsApp group is found as part of your work pack within the presentation under the presenter notes. And then what you do is, after you've joined that WhatsApp group, you share a link to your blog post, and then you make time to visit at least 2 blogs that have been shared by your peers within the WhatsApp group. Now, I want to share a sample of the blog post and what it should look like in the end. Right, so your blog post at the end will look something like that. You will have your heading of the blog. You can find a nice picture about the blog, and you will share what you have learned here from the presentation of the day's lesson. And right here at the bottom, you will see that I have shared one of the quotes that resonates with me, and it is by Uata Turner, and the quote says, in a world where you can be anything, be yourself. And the reason why I've selected this quote is that it reminds me that there is only one me in the world, which shows the value that I carry. So once you've shared that, what you then do is you scroll to the bottom of your blog post, and then you click on share. You'll see it says get link, so you copy that link, then you go paste it on your WhatsApp in the WhatsApp group that's been created, and then you take some time to follow some other people's blog posts, and when you scroll at the bottom of their blog posts, you will see that it has an option for you to comment right here at the bottom. So you share your comment based on what your peer has shared right there at the top. Right, so let's quickly go back to our presentation so we can wrap it all up. You will see that we've gone through the presentation and we have the activity. And in conclusion, the wonderful thing is that vision is greater than the baggage that we carry. So in as much as there are a lot of obstacles that could challenge you in achieving your mission and your vision and your goal in total, it's important to realize that what you carry as a mission and a vision is much greater than the baggage that comes around the vision that is created to actually, in most instances, obstruct your vision or your goal. Thank you very much for joining this lesson. Remember that the assignment, the task or the activity that is shared is due on Friday. If you have any challenges, please write to me on matapelo@schoolnet.org.za, and I will be part of the WhatsApp group for any interaction. Thank you once again for joining, and I hope that you enjoyed the day's lesson.